Hi guys, how are things? Today's a big spoiler day. So if you're here and someone that you know in the community loves a good spoiler, then tag them in the comments and make sure that they know to get their buns over here, because I've got spoilers and we're showing them. Okay guys, let's get to some announcements. Also, I wanted to give a shout out. Diane Kellenberger, thank you, reminded us in the group today that the cream tea trio is ending today. Spoiler alert, we're going to give people a little extra time with that. So we're going to push that out to the end of the month. And then it seems like universal consensus is yes on the coconut creme out of the three. So we're going to go for it. We're going to make that in the lineup towards the end of the month. So surprise, spoilers, see? That's two of them, maybe three. I don't know, I'm not counting. Okay, last thing, I just wanted to mention upcoming another spoiler. I told you they're lying around right now. So fall teas are coming next month. Hard to believe, right? It's actually not that hard to believe because in the past 2 days I've gotten a flood of emails and text messages from friends saying, did you see that Starbucks is doing their pumpkin spice latte early? And early meaning the end of August. Which, you know, for Starbucks, it's not actually that early. They're just marketing it that way. It's like 4 days before they did it last year. We are not doing pumpkin spice next week. We will be doing pumpkin spice in September, where it belongs, with back to school and Halloween costume shopping. And that said, we wanted to give you a little sneak preview about what else is coming. So the usuals, the spicy caramel apple, and the autumn chai, which is an almond chai, will be coming back. And then we have two new teas. Kieran just finished a recipe for a smoky tea.
Yay.
People have been, yay, meow, meow. People have been asking us for a smoky tea for a long time. And it's not like a staff favorite. Not a lot of us love good smoky tea. So it'll be interesting to see. I believe the name will be Fireside Chat. We haven't printed the labels yet, so it could change. That said, we haven't come up with a better name. We'll see. So I'll be curious in the feed to see who's like excited about smoky teas. It's a blend, but it is really tasty, spicy. Hints of sweet. We had it in our staff meeting this week, and that's all around hands down approval. I think I would put honey in it. That's my take. We'll see what happens. And then I'm debating between two other teas, and I can't decide which one to go with. But I will say that the favorite seems to be hands down like a rosemary caramel. So, spoiler alert, that might be coming in the fall lineup. So I'm going to get into the Q&A. Okay, so Melissa asks, what will the theme of the next quarterly box be? And what was in the full-size Crafty Box? So if you're curious what she means by quarterly box, by the way, thank you, Melissa, for the question. It's a good one. And guess what, Melissa? You're going to get a spoiler, another one. So first of all, what was in the Crafty Box? Wait, no. First of all, what is a quarterly box? For people who are new, we were doing these quarterly boxes that were separate from the tea subscription because we have a lot of people who don't want a subscription. They want to pick what they get, or they don't want to order every month, etc. The quarterly box were these themed boxes like Victorian and British or crafty or Alice in Wonderland, and they were just full of like surprises for tea lovers. And there was a large and a small, and each one was quite different. And so the last one was crafty, and it coincided with the summer, so there would be, the idea would be you could go out and have things to do or things to enjoy on your leisurely time in the sun. So the full-size one had like a coloring book kit that we made, a do-it-yourself dragon dream catcher kind of kit. It had a mold for sugar or ice cubes, like little flower petals. It was really cute. And then one other thing that it had, and this was what was in the small, was a little chai kit. So a DIY chai kit. So we have used the Plum Boxes in the past as an opportunity to just test different things. And so this was something we always thought we wanted to do. So we used the Crafty Box to test it. And so you got these little pouches of ingredients, including like herbs and spices and flowers, and then some bases. So you could have a caffeinated one if you wanted, or herbal, and then some instructions, just a general guidance on how to do it. And so I've heard from a few people that they had a lot of fun with these, but these end up being really hard to assemble. So we need to do a kind of a rework of the version for this. So that was what was in the full-size Crafty. Melissa asked, what's the theme of the next quarterly box? So, spoiler alert, and you guys are the first people to hear about this, we're not going to be doing the Plum Boxes anymore. There's a lot of different reasons why, but what we're going to do instead is we're going to have the most popular boxes just for sale all the time available on the website. And so the first one, which will be available this month, is the British box. And it will be almost exactly like the one that people received in the mail, but not exactly. So just some little tweaks there. So we're kind of looking forward to having our model for that being a little different. Now, with that said, we are going to do something else new that is quarterly or seasonally, and that is tea accessories. So in September, you will notice we are expanding into a lot of new teaware, tea accessories, and we'll have seasonal ones. So we'll have like pumpkin mugs and Thanksgiving gratitude mugs during the fall and winter months, and then maybe some florals or some Valentine's things. So we'll still have an opportunity to kind of rotate through things, but without the difficulty we were having doing the Plum Boxes, which were just a lot of work, very difficult to produce. They're very different boxes, so I felt like if people got one box and didn't see the other ones, like they would have had a very different experience, and so we're hoping to find something that's more consistent. But if you didn't get a British box, which was one of my favorites for sure, having lived in the UK for a while, I felt very good about it. That one will be up, and it would be a fun thing for you guys to explore if you've missed some of the older ones. So we'll try to do... I have an idea of what the next one would be, but the good part is they'll always be there, so you'll have time if you want to get tea first and then try a box later. They'll always be there. Speaking of accessories, Sarah Moran wants to know more about the PD mugs that are coming up. Are they dishwasher, microwave safe? What are they made from? Are they imported? So I want to say there's a good variety of size, of style, with or without infuser, etc. So please make sure that when you're looking at mugs, and we only have the one teaser mug up right now, but next month there'll be even more to choose from. Make sure that you're looking at the description and the details, because they're all a little different. I don't want you to think that these are blanket statements, but 99% of them dishwasher, microwave safe. I think there's only one exception, and it's so cute that it's just couldn't pass up the opportunity, if you know what I mean. But I don't know about you guys, but me, I'd rather that be dishwasher and microwave safe, because it just makes our life easier. So there's one exception to that. And mostly porcelain, ceramic, bone china. We're getting a lot of things made here. Some things are just hard to find here, so they come from China. Bone china from China, surprise, surprise. We have a Portlander who's working on some custom designs for us. Some really cute mugs that I'm really excited to show people. But those will not be start of September, because the mugs are still drying or whatever, curing, I think. So, good things take time to wait, right? So pretty excited about that. So I hope that answers your question. If you guys haven't shopped a lot on our website, especially for the accessories, there's like a darker rectangle at the bottom, and it always has like the specific instructions, like don't put this in the bottom of the dishwasher, top shelf only, or this is not microwave safe, or hand wash. We always put the instructions for that kind of stuff, and then dimensions or how much liquid is it holds. So be sure to scroll down and look underneath. We always put that stuff there. And if you're ever not sure, just email us. We're happy to check on something for you. You know, pull something off the shelf and have a closer look so that you know. Okay, I'm gonna do some of these rapid fire questions. Okay, best tea for ice cubes. I said afternoon white. I love white teas. A peach pear ice cube, very versatile. Can go in plain iced tea. Can go into a fruity iced tea. Can go into sangria. So if we're gonna make tea ice cubes, which is a thing, and there's a good post about it on our blog somewhere. Afternoon white peach pear tea. And then I got the best tea for margaritas. I didn't know that was a thing, but it's going to now be a thing. So I said abundance green, which is passion fruit, or coconut macaroon. I don't know. I felt under pressure, but that seemed like that was what I was thinking. And then the last one, this is my favorite. Best tea infused with fruit. And so I said house blend with strawberries. And so specifically, house blend, like a creamy vanilla, traditional English breakfast black tea. So get that all done up, iced tea. And then the strawberries, you cut them up and you kind of macerate them a little bit. You know, just give them a little mushing, and you know all that delicious strawberry stuff comes out. But then the best part, you put it in the tea. You get this nice hint of strawberry. You drink the tea, and then you can eat the tea-infused strawberries. That is a winning combination right there. I tell you what. Yum, yum. So that's ice cube margaritas and tea with fruit. There you go. Becky Tuttle, hi Becky, asks, storage for green and oolong tea. When I was at the Tea Fest, I attended a class that was presented by a Chinese certified grower exporter / all of the above. In this class, they said to prevent oxidation in those two particular teas, you should store them in the freezer. Your comments? ? Well, Becky, I have comments. So, first of all, I don't want to say that this certified grower exporter all of the above said anything incorrect. Perhaps he was correct in that this is stopping oxidation for green and oolong teas. However, he can also be wrong at the same time. And so you cannot put tea in the freezer for one specific reason, and that is too moist. So even though he might be stopping oxidation, he's not stopping the moisture content growing in the tea, which is going to lead to mold and bacteria much faster than if it was in a dark cupboard. Tea already has a little bit of moisture in it anyway. There's a whole science, there's probably books on it about the moisture content in the tea anyway, because it's a plant. So if you dried it out where there was no moisture, it would probably be brittle and gross. And so anytime you give moisture an opportunity to kind of sit and be more moist, that's where bacteria comes from. So no freezer. Nope. Doesn't matter what kind of tea. Nobody's freezer is dry enough. It's just the end of it. Not to mention, how many times have you had something out of the freezer and it tastes like something else in the freezer? That's weird. I'm not thinking that like your English breakfast, it should taste like chorizo. Like it's just not a good look. I'm really sorry. That's all I got, guys. So, another spoiler, man. You guys are getting all the spoilers today. So Leanne Evans asks, are you planning on doing another advent calendar this year? You betcha. So we've already started working on it because that's how much work it takes. Last year we sold out of calendars in 6 days. So we're doubling how many we're making again. And so hopefully they'll last like 9 days or 10 days or something like that. So here's the plan for the advent calendars. So first of all, most people in the community have a tea subscription, and so what we're going to do this year to make sure that people have a stress-free holiday is in October you will be able to pre-order your advent calendar, whether you want just the teas or with the fabric. And then if you have a subscription, we will send it to you with your November tea, so that it gets there in plenty of time to get it set up and get all the teas out, all that stuff. Last year we didn't. Last couple of years this will be the third one, I think. Is it the third one? I don't know. Oh no, I remember the first one, and I'm trying to forget it. This is like it's a thing. It's a real big thing to do 24 and all the things. So last year, we sold it in November, which is kind of when you normally expect it. But then there was this like huge pressure for us to get tea subscriptions out really early, so people who had advent calendars would get their calendar in time to use it, and that doesn't work. That's not to say if you don't order in October you can't get it in time. Just saying we're going to set it up so that everybody feels like they've got everything in hand. So the goal on pre-order in October, you'll be able to choose from fabric or just the inserts, and then they'll start shipping in November. Another big change, so we aren't working with the same sewist anymore, and we had a few glitches with the fabric advent calendar that we had last year, and so it's going to be a new design. Spoiler. It's going to be, I hemmed and hawed about it, but I've decided to go with just a different design that's like a little more Christmassy, I guess. It's still pretty cute. I mean, you have to ask the team, everybody in the team now has seen it, so we don't have a physical one down, but everyone's seen the pictures, so I think it's pretty cool. I love Christmas, I love the holidays, I love all that stuff, so just think like flannel and snowflakes and all that cute stuff. So it's got a lot more street appeal than the purple did, but it's still really cute and magical. And also a couple of other changes. So last year was the first year we ever got negative comments about the advent calendar, and we were kind of devastated. And the comments, there was only one negative comment that came up more than once. It was the only thing anybody had something negative to say, and that was they'd never purchased from us before, and they got this, and there were days that it wasn't tea, and that was part of our shtick, right? Was that it wasn't just tea; it was like kind of fun, magical things. You never knew what was going to happen, and people didn't like that, and so I've decided to address their feedback by going for all teas every day, and people get the surprises. So you could one day open it up and get like a little magical surprise and the tea. So every day I'll have tea. So I'm a fourth of the way through the advent calendar teas. It has a lot of custom blends. It'll have some of the holiday teas, and we're going to have more holiday teas this year. Spoiler, there are so many spoilers. Kieran, make it stop. So I'm really excited about it. It's turned into it. The first year that we did the advent calendar, we said we would never do that again. It was so hard and so horrible. And then just everybody wanted it. And so we did it again last year. And at the end, we were like, never again. It's too hard. It's too horrible. But I don't know. There's just something special about it. Other people have tea advent calendars, but there's not very many. And I don't know. There's something special about ours, and so we're going to do it. So there you go, Leanne. That is a very, very long queue. A to your queue. Hope that helps. Early October. Be on the lookout. All right, let's see. I'm going to do some speed rounds. So, best tea with beer. That one was easy for me because that's a Kieran classic, which was Summer Breakfast with an IPA. And that's a grapefruit. That's the combo there. I also like IPA with pineapple pop. However, Kieran, is it half and half?
Yeah.
So Summer Breakfast IPA is half and half tea, half IPA. Pineapple pop is 60-40, and the 40 is the pineapple. 60 is the IPA. So a little more IPA, a little more beer than pineapple. I just pineapple is quite acidic, so that's maybe a personal thing, but that's my tip. So tea and beer, summer breakfast IPA, or pineapple pod IPA. Okay, and then one more tea and LaCroix. We're so addicted to LaCroix, and this is all Megan's fault. Our production manager wants us to stay hydrated and happy and healthy, and so now we all are those people that drink LaCroix and won't drink anything else. It's so bad. It's back here behind my camera. So my current favorite tea and LaCroix are Abundance, Passion Fruit Green. I love that in the summer. I feel like Michelle, our HR person, really likes it in the summer. In the summer, yeah, I just love it. With coconut LaCroix. So passion fruit coconut. Really tasty. And then sort of an out of the box one, but it's really good. And I found this out just by accident. People staying, visiting, and drinks everywhere, all the drinks, in a good summer backyard afternoon, and there's just like drinks everywhere, and you don't have any idea which ones are alcoholic or not, and whose cup, and all those things. Gratitude, so strawberry Earl Grey with passion fruit LaCroix. Really tasty. The only caveat is the passion fruit is really strong, so you don't want to overdo it. I don't have a good ratio because it's the lightning round, but there you go. Last round of questions. Marissa asked, can we get the tea advent without calendar? Yes. Yep. So definitely, because people had the fabric from last year, and so they're the same size. We're kind of keeping it consistent so that if you have like a vintage calendar, Plum Deluxe, you can still use the inserts. People are also doing really cute different types of displays. So yep, you can get the tea without the calendar. People loved it because it had a lot of different teas. It had teas from our store and then all the custom, so it's a good way to try things. Plus, if you like Christmas teas, it's a good thing. Okay, and then last one. Do y'all ever do brand ambassadors? If so, I'd love to promote PD. Katie Church. Katie, yes, we do. I believe you need to email Chris. TEA at plumdeluxe.com. TEA at plumdeluxe.com. Chris with no H, CRIS. She will help you get an account or whatever you need. So T at plumdeluxe.com. And she'll give you all the info and links. Anybody listening, if you have a blog, podcast, something like that, Chris can get you all hooked up. All right, well, I think we went through our cues. So I just want to circle back and, remember why we're here. It's Customer Appreciation Month. And gosh darn it, we are appreciative of y'all. We, just couldn't do this without you guys. And it's just amazing the kind of people that have shown up to these lives, into our Facebook group. And even though the people who just have a lot going on and are just there in the background, we see you, we see you respectfully, and we just appreciate you being here, enjoying our products, telling them about other people. So if these fun little things and the spoilers and the surprises are what we can, the least that we can do to tell you how much we appreciate you guys, then that's what we're going to do. So thank you for joining us for the August Q&A. We'll have another video up early September giving you a little preview or display of all the new teaware and some of the cute things that are going to be available for the fall. So be on the lookout for that, and then we'll have another live Q&A towards the end of September, which is right around my birthday, so hopefully it's not on that day, because I will try not to be here. So, again, Andy Hayes here, founder and creator of Plum Deluxe. Thank you so much for being part of our tribe. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your summer, and take care. We'll see you next time. So, like when they tell you to look at the red dot or something, like where you're supposed to look. I'm looking into a camera that says meow, 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 meow. So it's kind of distracting.